I don't know. I don't think there's anything much more we can speculate on that as we go into the final game when we don't have a mirror matchup.
They're sticking with the 350-100. It's just a bad idea. They're not utilizing their 5100s correctly. It would almost be better for them just to pile on hit points with like 3 KV5s and 2 69s. They're playing the 69s okay, but unless you get those 5100s in there and dump all 6 shots with at least 5 for damage, you might as well not bring them. And Unity is definitely teaching them the difference there.
Well, we have seen some decent artillery usages on Ensk, and they're playing so defensive, and surely they would have considered an artillery strategy. Pile on the HP and get some artillery there to support them. They're playing defensive enough as it is, so might as well pile an artillery there. Or do you think artillery favours the aggressors? On this map?
It really depends on the map. I haven't seen a whole lot of artillery on Ensk. I did see a couple matches from the EU with a team using a grill to pretty high effect, actually, spamming heat out but I can't say that that would be a smart move against Unity here. Unity is showing a lot of poise in how they find the team, encircle them, and really make them turn their guns side to side. And if you're doing that with an artillery and you're not willing to push on what you see, then you're going to have a bad time. They're going to close in all that advantage on you. The artillery is going to turn side to side, and you're not going to win.
And we see Illusion Yes actually getting the better of the Antelich and gets one shell into him with none returned. So for the first time they're up in HP. Illusion Yes doing his job. Although again going down the side of the buildings, and last time he did this he received quite a bit of damage and was unable to get out of the column before receiving, I think, 2 shells from the Antelich. So I expect that to happen again. The Antelich has lost vision, and I expect him to come out and do some damage here to Illusion Yes. Illusion Yes would be foolish to sit there and try and deal equal damage with him if someone is supporting him. But Shy has come forward and also been hit by No Nick No Skill, I assume. Who got the shot off over there, did you see?
I did not.
And
looks like No Nick and Dorn were posted for that.
Yeah, it's one of them too. And we see Dead Doctor got through somehow, and he's actually on the other side, but Dark God Zim is getting the better of him and does take him out. So Dead Doctor goes down and Dark God Zim gets the kill. Synergy looked good.
Always love a T1 cage match. Yeah. 2 tanks enter, 1 tank leaves.
I've seen them go through 3 clips each before trying to take each other out. Both players taking it so seriously. And it is important that the T1s win their duels. It is so important.
T1s are always important. Did you perhaps catch the WCG match qualifiers? I believe it was Philippines versus Poland?
No, enlighten me.
It was on Ensk. And Philippines had actually won. They killed everything, and all that was left was a 5100 on their team. But for Poland, there was a T1 left. And the guy from Philippines threw down his headset, stood up, and was celebrating while the T1 drove away. And then right up there at B5, the T1 just started doing circles while the 5100 tried to catch him for 3 or 4 minutes, and the game drew out.
What?
Yeah, the 5100, all he had to do was drive away and come back. But minutes at a time. Okay, actually, with a little bit of action here, T1 just went down for Synergy.
Yep, they spotted, though, the entire of the Unity team there with that spot. So the T1 went down for a good reason. And Synergy, though, are split up again with No Nick No Skill being isolated from their teammates. But the rest, well, I keep forgetting they don't have 2 IS-3s here. Orange and Jared are trying to make sure that Unity cannot come down the... what is it called? The J column. I got J Road. Is that the best way to say it? They're coming down J and they're trying to prevent them. But No Nick No Skill is receiving a lot of damage here from Falcon and is forced to go backwards. So Unity are looking reasonably strong this game, and they're not throwing away HP like they have been in the previous games, and they are together, sort of. Orange Rust taking a huge risk going across there like that, but does go across without taking any damage, and they're going for a cap. But Orange does receive that shot, which means they know that they're doing this. And we're going to see Illusion Yes and Orange go for the cap circle with Povertil, leaving No Nick and Dawn to fight them. Please enlighten me.
I approve of this. I approve of this completely. They're not winning a tank on tank. They need to get 3 on Cap and Cap fast, as it's called. It looks like only Bulkin is back there to stop them. If they both jump him right now, they may be able to dig it out. Ooh, a little bit too long. Anatolish is back. Synergy needs to make it work with their 3 heavies down the bottom. Wow.
And
I'm amazed that much movement has gone on outside of our spotting range.
That's right. They've just totally outmoved on Synergy, and Orange and Illusion, yes, are now completely isolated. They did manage to get quite a bit of damage off onto the Anatolich, but No Nick, No Skill and Dawn are turning up, and they might be in time, but no, Orange goes down. If Illusion, yes, survives just a little bit longer, the rest of his teammates will turn up, and Dawn, No Nick, and Jared should be able to just go in there and do some damage, but they're not. They're waiting for Unity team to reload, and the Anatolich is able to unload his clip again into them, and Dawn goes off on his own, and boom, instantly explodes, melting his face as he runs into the rest of Unity, and No Nick, No Name, No Nick, No Skill, and Jared retreat. GG goes up from Dark God Zim, and well, it looks like it's going to be a flawless victory with losing no combat tanks here from Unity.
Wow. Right then and there, Jared J. Leto had the match in his hands. And it's not his fault, not the whole thing, but one shot to track the 5100 trying to get around the corner, which I believe was Cap, would have been able to take him out. They would have then been able to pull around the corner, kill the IS-3, and tied this up. But so much movement going on for Red, for Unity here, without being spotted. And anytime you let your opponent get that much control of the map and move around with that much freedom, you're gonna lose.
I'm just amazed that every time it seems like they got a position advantage, they just don't capitalize on it. Synergy's just not had their day today. And there we go, not a single combat tank goes down for Unity, and the Anatolich has probably got a huge damage output again. Let's have a quick look.
Probably.
No? Less than 2,000.
Wow, actually, Falcon with 2,000 out of an IS-3. They let him shoot a lot. I did see him get a couple poking shots. He's definitely got a high camo rating on his tank. He nailed, I believe it was Dorn. It was Dorn or No Nick, No Skill through the city square there with only like one bush cover. So he's definitely got a lot going there. And really, they had that match in their hands. Synergy, that is. You know, as usual, or at least throughout the set, it's been pretty typical. They've gotten a decent idea. 2 or 3 of their guys are acting on it, and the other 2 just aren't in position to capitalize on it. If they had had vision on the tanks going back to Cap, they should have put everything on Cap all at the same time, not this little piecemeal one by one, and maybe they could have pulled that out, but doing it that way obviously is not going to work.
No. I'm just really surprised. I'm really surprised with Synergy's performance today. They've not been working together very well. They've not been taking advantage of every advantage they've had. I think it's like almost every game was not Unity's to win, but Synergy's to lose. Almost every time that Synergy got into a position where they could have made it like we wouldn't know who would win, and then they do the complete opposite or don't do anything. And I think that was actually quite a common theme over all 5 games, that Synergy got into a position where they could have done something and then didn't act. They actually didn't do what they could have done. I think that's the best way to describe it. They just hesitated, I guess.
Just no decision making whatsoever, really. It's like they're just the whole time just not in the face.
Yeah, don't hit me, kill that guy. Letting their teammates die was another common strategy they employed today. And Synergy's teammates were taken out one by one very often. Right, that's the end of this stream. I think we've punched Synergy enough that we can actually say...
Sorry, guys.
That, yeah, I mean, if any Synergy watched this, we're really sorry. You obviously had a bad day, and we didn't need to make it worse, but there's nothing we could say in your defense. Watching from a bird's eye in the comfort of our own homes, armchair general, we can easily say what we would have done in exchange. I personally would have done as well. Nagatron definitely would have. But that's the difference between me and him. And anyway, we'll wrap this up. Tomorrow we do have a stream going, and I don't know who's going to be performing, but it should be at least myself and Nagatron if Highfly is still ill. And considering he had a very bad upset stomach today, if it is food poisoning, he will be out of it still tomorrow. So we have Rage, which are always an amazing team to watch, versus Lobster, who are just great guys to be around. Rush finalizes this set on Ensk against New Star. Should be a very interesting match, and that starts at 4 p.m. Central, and if you're American, 9 a.m. Central. So look forward to seeing as many Americans as possible waking up with a Red Bull going, time to watch some tanks. Oh yeah. So I've been Dorjan.
I've been Nagatron.
This has been the Golden League for Star Ladder and Riveting TV, and we will see you tomorrow. Ciao.